get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Richardson to throw off play action. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back to the air with Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That's caught. Puka Nacua. Down the left sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Puka Nacua, 74 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's going to let it go again. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
first and goal. Gore pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Frank Gore, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Las Vegas' offense back out there, ready to go.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He completes this to Sutton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Richardson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
And Richardson looks to throw once more.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw.
And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Richardson. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
This now a 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Working the...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
This one deep for Wilson.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Stroud looking to throw. He dumps this off underneath the goal.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Brevin Jordan.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Frank Gore. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking...
He's got a man, complete. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 46 yards.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this 35-0 now. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Richardson now on 2nd down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll try and choose some clock with Gore. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
3rd and 4.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Richardson.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EASports_MUT. From Southern California, so long, everybody.